Vibe Show 97.9. Man, listen, if you don't understand at this point in the game what's going on right now, I just don't know what else to tell you. I really, really don't. Tonight is really an exclusive night. I'm super excited about this night right here. We're talking about legends. We're talking about experience in the game. We're talking about writing hits. Trust me, you don't want to touch the dial. You want to make sure that you keep it locked in. I got something special for y'all tonight. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked in. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. I'm super excited. Yep, Vibe Show 97.9. Welcome to the show. Tonight we have a special guest joining us on the show tonight. I'm just going to say a GOAT, and everybody should know what a GOAT means. I'm talking about somebody who have put in the work, somebody who have opened up doors and have broken barriers on the highest level. We're talking about No Limit Records. 15 million records sold. I don't know what else to say. I'm bringing a king on the show. I'm talking about the one and only Rico, Sons of Funk.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
What's up, baby?
What's happening with you?
What's going on? Hey, man, I'm super excited. Everybody is excited. Listen,
look,
man.
I'm looking around. That introduction was so cold. I'm looking around going, man, he must be bringing in Michael Jackson or Prince, somebody.
Listen,
I
have to give you your flowers. I have to give you your flowers, my brother. I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
My heart,
that touched my heart, man. Thank you so much.
For me and the Vibe team, we just want to say thank you so much for allowing us this opportunity, man, just to hang out with you for a little while. And I know after your busy schedule, I just want to thank you again, my brother.
You're more than welcome, and many more to come.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, now, we gotta do this thing in chapters. I'm thinking, man, because I mean, we're not gonna be able to set this up in just one show. You know what I'm saying? It's Rico's Sons of Funk, baby. Now, man, this is truly. We got so much to talk about. I guess we should begin at the beginning, because this journey has been quite a journey for you, and you're still on this journey. Still doing amazing things out here. And still as inspired as before at the beginning. Yeah. But at the beginning of this journey, because you started on this journey at the tender age of 8 years old.
Yeah. Wow. You really did your homework.
Yo, man, I'm not going to play no games with you. I'm a huge fan, man. I'm not. Wow. I'm having a fan. I'm having a fan moment right here, man. I just don't care, man. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't care.
Yes, indeed.
Kano is having a fan moment. This is my guy, one of my my favorites. And but that journey started at such a young age, you know, and the thing that really got me about it at that young age, you know, you are self-taught, you
Yeah,
know, to play so many different instruments.
yeah.
With that talent, would you say, would that attribute to someone else in the family or something like that, or that's just how did this all? Let's just start there.
Yeah, all this came about by Paul Crowder, my dad.
Right.
Well, and my mom too. Well, more so my dad, as far as pushing us out, or pushing me and my brother out, and getting us in front of the world. And his main objective really was, I just don't want to see y'all failures in society. So if I put y'all
Mm,
out in front of the world, you're not gonna want to go by the wayside because you're gonna be too embarrassed. I know
uh,
my sons, you know, I know
right.
what y'all ain't gonna do, you know. So here you go. I'm gonna thrust you right in the front of everybody. And now I know when I leave this earth, you're gonna be able to take care of yourself because you're not gonna want to look like you fell off at any point in time.
Mm. So
That was,
dad, you know, dad early on. So we got to get dad, you know, his flowers. Dad saved your life. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, he did. He did, man. Rest his soul. And my dad played piano, guitar, drums, and bass, and so do I. But the odd thing about it, he never taught me. It was
Mm,
like, if you want to do it, you pick it up and start teaching yourself, because I need to know that this is what you really want to do. Then I'll come in and support you with it. And
right.
that's exactly what he did, man. All my what I want to do. Matter of fact, we had a started out with a group called the Four Corners, and it was my dad, myself, the little dude down the street, and my brother. And I had a voice back in the day like Michael Jackson, like I could sing really just like Mike, you
Right.
know. And so you know, they started getting older. My dad started, you know, had to, you know, be more responsible about certain things. His business started to grow, whatever. So, but I kept on and I pursued on. And I got my first record deal with Motown when I was 13 years old.
Right.
And it was with this I forget this guy's name. I was just about to say it. Anthony Carmichael.
Mm,
He was Lionel Richie's producer. He happened to be at one of his relatives' house. He lived not too far from me in Richmond, California.
right.
So I had recorded this song on a Friday, and I woke up Saturday morning, looked out the window, it was this dude playing the guitar. So I went
Mm,
over there and I was like, "Hey man, I play." He said, "Man, you don't play." I said, "Yeah, I do." So I'm playing, right? He's like, "Man, you funky for a little dude." I was
right.
like, "You want to hear one of my songs?" He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." So I whipped out my cassette. You know, we had cassettes back then, right?
Right.
So, and he had a cassette player, and I popped in. He was like, "Hey man, that's not you." I said, "I promise you that's me." He said, "You really wrote and produced that song?" I said, "I really wrote and produced that song." And at the time I was in the group with a guy named Sam Bostic, Mark Suckaround, and myself. And Sam Bostic produced a lot of E40. He was a part of that, big part of that mob music. Um,
Hmm.
he
Hmm.
produced Tupac, E40, and the Click, all those Bay Area big artists in rap. He did them. So we get this deal. So he said, the guy says, Anthony Carmichael said, "Go home, man. Within a year, I mean within an hour, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have Anna Gay Gordy, which is Marvin Gaye's wife, Barry Gordy's sister, call you and get you guys a record deal with Motown."
Wow.
Man, that lady called my phone. I was like, "Oh wow, what?" She said, "Yeah, and I want you guys to come down to my house." So we goes down to LA, right? The next
Right.
weekend. My dad was like, "Rico, how the hell you did this? Rico, what did you do?" Like, because now these are my dad's idols, right?
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
Marvin Gaye, like all these cats, my dad like dreamed of me. And I just did it with like in a whim, right? So we sitting there, and this dude walks up from the sunken living room. And he's walking up, kind of tall dude. And I was like, "Hey, man." and my dad mouth was wide open and everything, and everybody was looking. I was like, "Hey, you know who you are?" He started laughing. He said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm Marvin Gaye." And I was
Oh
like,
my
"Yeah."
God.
And I
Come
was
on,
like,
man.
"Yeah." I was like, "Damn, Marv, it's really nice to meet you."
Right.
You know, I said,
Wow.
"But Marv, look, the chicken." As I said, Marv, I'm really happy to meet you, but I gotta meet Mike, man. Where's Mike? Please."
You cool. You cool, Marvin, but I really want to meet Mike. You know what I
I
mean?
gotta meet Mike, man. He said,
Wow.
"Well, you guys are with Motown now, and I'm sure you're gonna be meeting Mike very soon."
Right. Right.
And I learned a lot from them people, man. Elder Barge taught me this trick, a quick way of writing songs. Uh, the new guy in my group now that I look at is my own son, which is RJ. I taught him that trick, and he was like, "Holy crap, Pop!" Just took the sting out of right. I was like, "Man, there's so many other things I could teach you about how to structure a song and how to make a song a smash hit where the
Mm,
world will fall in love with you."
wow.
Indeed. So
See,
that was the
that's
beginning.
what I'm saying. See, that goes back into the GOAT category. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
Like it goes
Indeed.
back into that GOAT category. Now,
Indeed.
let's talk to me about Sons of Funk, because
Yeah.
this was a group of you yourself and some guys out of the neighborhood, your friends or whatever. Was
Yeah.
the name of the group always Sons of Funk, or how did
No, it
that
was
all
it
come
was
together?
Southern Folk at first. It was excuse me, it was PRAY. And it was an acronym. It stand for Provocative Romance Among You.
Mm,
So that was that. But how it started, Desmond Mapp is my cousin.
okay.
And it was a spring day, and it was we were by the Lake Merritt in Oakland, California. And it's at this time everybody was out there, your clean whip, all the honeys,
Right.
everybody, your homeboys, it was like a big to do gathering, like in the
Right.
springtime, right? And so Daz was walking. He said, "Cuz." I was like, "Desmond?" He said, "Yeah, man." He said, "What you doing?" I was like, "Man, I'm just hanging with my homeboys." He said, "I'm producing." I'm like, "Hey, you ain't producing. What you producing?" He was
Right.
like, "Yeah, man, I got some music. You want to come here?" I was like, "Yeah, let me hear it. Let me hear what you got." So I told my homeboy, I was like, "Look, man, I'm gonna walk across the street and see what my cuz got going on. Y'all just hold up, right?" They was like, "All right, we just chilling." So I walk across the street, and right then and there was right across the street was Tupac, Shock G, Money B, all of Digital Underground, and my cousin Atron Gregory was their manager. So I said, I spoke to everybody. I saw my cousin. I was like, "Cuz, you still can hook me up, but it's cool though, you
Right.
know." But
Right.
he was working with them, so it was cool. So
Right.
I goes upstairs, right, and Daz puts on this music that I was blown away. It was all the sounds that Teddy Riley had at the time, that New Jack Swing sound, the
Mm-hmm.
drums, the hi-hats, the keyboards, and I was blown. And this beat he had was phenomenal. I said, "Listen, give me this beat, and tomorrow I'm gonna come back with a smash hit record." He
Right.
was like, "Cuz, you lying." So I came back, and it's a song actually that's better than Pushing Aside You,
Oh,
called If
wait a minute. Hold up. Wait up. Now, hold up now, Rick. Now,
Yeah,
wait now. Hold up now. Better than pushing inside
better,
you? I don't know, Rick.
better than Pushing
I
Aside
would
You.
have to hear this. Because that joint right there is a just all time classic. And
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
continue. I'm sorry. You just I had a moment. Go ahead.
Yes, indeed. And so this song was called If Your Body Says Yes, Come On Over.
Hmm.
Now, let me tell you how cold this song was. It was this dude, me and him was like arch enemies, right? He'd
Right.
take my girlfriend, I'd take his girlfriend. We just was like that. And he got a hold of that tape, right? He said,
Right.
"Reek, I know me and you don't see eye to eye." He said, "But you got one of the coldest records I've ever heard."
Wow.
He said, "I can't stop playing this record, man." I said, "Well, it's cool, man. Thank you,
Right.
And so And so we start selling the records out of the trunk and everything. You know, we was, man, you swear we was going to a strip club. I had so many ones, you know. And so we doing our thing. You know, we get a deal with Columbia with the Fugees, and that didn't go too well. Then we get a deal with Gasoline Alley, with Shy, and we had this song called "Mother of My Child," right? And it was giving homage to women for having babies, going through 9 months of labor and stretching their bodies, contort way out of shape, and everything that they got to go through, you know. And it was just a very beautiful song. But oddly enough, they didn't really want to hear that.
They want to hear that.
No, they wanted to hear "Show feels down good to me."
Yeah,
when I'm pushing it. That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
So I wrote that song, right? And so I happened to go to this barbershop in Richmond, California. It was called Mark's Barbershop. All the you know, all the hottest people went to this barbershop, right? Like if you thought you was fly, you go to this barbershop. And my homeboy worked there, right? And so I looked on his mantle, and he had this picture of these tall dudes with these gold teeth. And I'm like, why these basketball players got these gold teeth?
Yeah.
He said, no, man, that ain't no basketball player. That's Master P. And that's his brother C Murder and Silk and Big Ed. I said, yeah, I know Big Ed because we grew up with Big Ed. And 5 minutes later, P walks in.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, just like that. P walks in, man, and he has a presence, man. He really does. P and Jay-Z have the same presence because I got a chance to talk and meet with Jay-Z. P and Jay-Z have the same aura, the same like power when they walk in the room. And he walked in, and this is way before No Limit, right? Before he started to blow up. Yeah, this is before. So he still had this thing, man, this ethos, you know. And so he was Joseph. P can be a comedian too, because he's hella funny.
Really?
And, yeah, he's hilarious, man. And he don't let that side. People don't see that side.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, if you got to really hang around him, he is hilarious. All he do is talk crazy all day. He's hilarious. And he has a beautiful personality, man. And so he sat next to me. He said, "Hey, man, I saw you singing at the Black Family Day in Sacramento, and all them girls was going crazy, man." He said, "Hey, man, if ever you make it, will you help me? And if ever I make it, I'll help you." I was like, hell yeah.
Telling you this.
Yeah, this is Master P. I promise to God on everything I love. This is what he asked me. He said, "Hey, man." I said, "Hell yeah, I'll help you." "Yeah, you help me?" He said, "Yeah, I help you." I said, "All right, cool." So I would see him all the time, you know, around Richmond or whatever, you know, because Richmond ain't that big. So I would see him. P blows up. He's starting to blow up. All of a sudden, we hear about P getting this record deal with Propriety Records for $250,000. So I said, damn, okay. So a couple of little dudes we knew got a deal with him, steady mobbing. So I said, man, long story. God gave me this premonition to go to Los Angeles. So, and he told me, if you don't go to LA in 72 hours, you ain't never gonna make it big in this industry. So I heeded his word. And long story short, man, we ended up at Priority, and Priority had just turned us down, right? And they turned us down when Pushing Inside You.
Really?
Oh man, it sounds like a hit. We don't know. Well, you fellas can go back downstairs now. It kicked us out the office. So in comes P. Now remember, I told you he had that aura. You ever see somebody with that orange aura over? Yeah. P walks in. He had that orange aura over him. I said, "P, what's up?"
Last dragon aura. Show enough. And look, I got my song that dude hooked me up with Motown with. That's the song that got into that movie.
Come, bruh.
Come on, Rico,
I
man.
promise to God, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, so P said, man, he said, man, you still singing? I said, boy, you still rapping? He
Right.
said, yeah. He said, well, come on, man, let's go upstairs. And he said, I know you. I know you make great music. You make great music, bro. And if it's what it is, I'm gonna put $100,000 in each one of y'all pocket. What? You finna
Well, hold
what?
up. So P already had the deal. He had already got the deal already, and he was just on his way. Y'all had just got sent downstairs, and he on his way up to his office.
Yes. And little did we know, P was a multi-millionaire by this time in the music industry. So, see, you know, in the West Coast, we were kind of late on the Southern music, right? And but P had already blew up.
Right.
And I'm gonna put $100,000 in y'all pocket. And I'm looking like, damn, what?
Right.
I was like, well, that's cool, but I don't want to take all the money from the record company, P.
Yeah.
I want the music to blow up. He started laughing. He said, no, man, I got a couple of dollars. It's all good. Y'all gonna be straight.
Yeah.
And we put on Pushing Aside You, dog. I swear it was only 2 seconds. 2 seconds. P said, get the contract, sign these boys right now. Then he say, look, you ready for this?
Yeah.
I told you it's funny now. Here go about $600. Y'all go to the mall and get some new clothes, and y'all looking real raggedy and dusty. He saying, get that damn raggedy ass red truck from out front of Hollywood, because I know that's y'all's.
Yeah.
And it was, you know. So that just shows he give you the shirt off his back, man. He knew, you know, and then I remember Boz was sitting right there, and he was at Boz, you know, he don't really say too much. He just smiled like, yeah, we finna sign this. Yeah,
Let me ask you something. Now, you know, I want to, if we can, recapture that moment of you having $100,000 cash in your hands. Like, what did that feel like? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's had to be the most money that you've ever, you know what I'm saying, been in your possession.
Ever in my whole entire life. I didn't know. I never even knew anybody with $100,000 cash. You know, if they did, I didn't know they had it. And let me tell you about it. So we fly to Baton Rouge. We on College, where an ice cream shop was, the studio was. P opened up this damn safe. It looked like Wells Fargo. You hear me?
Come on.
It had thousands and thousands of dollars in it, man. And he chunking $100,000 to. It was 5 of us at the time. So he chunked out $500,000 and didn't even trip. And I'm like, who the hell are you?
Right.
And I'm like, bro, what bank is we finna go to jail?
Right. Really. So
I called my cousin who lives in Texas, right?
Yeah.
I said, cuz, tell me about No Master P and No Limit. He said, cuz, bro, you done hit lotto. That man he's the Michael Jackson of the South in rap. I was like, you lying. He said, man, you don't know who you just hooked up with, bro.
You really didn't know, Rick?
I didn't know nothing, man. And P knew I didn't know. He was laughing at me, right? He was like, you really just didn't know. You didn't know who you was dealing with. So it dawned on me real quick, though. It didn't take me long because, you know, I'm from the street, too. I'm like, I'm peeking game out. I'm seeing Versace. I'm seeing cars. I'm seeing all. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
So we gets on a plane and go to Houston to take pictures. Remember them? They drive a so-called them yellow caution suits.
Yeah. Who picked those out?
P, and they was Versace suits. You hear me? He was like, y'all like them? I was like, yeah, I like them. That man spent, I think, $4,000 or $5,000 a piece on them suits.
Wow, man.
The belts was expensive. The shoes was Versace. That we went and got Versace glasses. I was like,
I seen all y'all had that because the cover work. That was another thing that always stood out too. The covers. Because I think I think everybody was dealing with what Pen and Pixel then at that time.
Pen and Pixel. It was Pen and Pixel.
Pen and Pixel had it on lock.
Oh man, and
And
he was
y'all ain't
letting
have
it
to
go.
get the suits back.
Oh man, yes it did. And listen, they was making sure you look good, and P made sure we look good because he was like, y'all R&B, y'all can't look like no rappers. I want y'all to look fly, right? I mean,
Mhm.
you know, he was fly, and so man, so little did I know, man. So we in the in the Galleria, and I see these people shooing, right?
Mhm.
Man, next thing you know, droves of people coming in there. The police had to
So P
come.
was with y'all?
Man, P was right there with us,
Oh my
shopping.
God. What?
Droves of people coming in, and I'm looking at, and they get hollering his name, Master P, Master P. And I'm like, P, who the hell are you? Like, he like laughing, right?
You look, you still at this point like ain't a believer. You still confused. Like, who is
What?
this dude, man?
Who are you, bro? Like that. I mean, it was hundreds of people coming. They literally shut down the Galleria and let us shop in there until we got done. Then they had to escort us out to the cars and follow us to the freeway to make sure nobody wasn't gonna do us nothing. I mean, they wasn't gonna do us nothing, but you know, like you know, the overzealous fans or whatever, they can mess you up or whatever.
Yeah.
And and I'm just like, and then this is what he told me. He said, and yeah, I ain't like Puffy. Y'all ain't got to take y'all clothes back.
Wow. Hey man. Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh man. Then we started to really find out like real quick. Oh yeah, y'all are with the most influential rap artist of this decade.
Mm.
Nobody is doing it like him. And I don't know if you ever seen this interview that Snoop Dogg did. He said Master P had the money. All them other cats was talking about it. P had that damn money. You hear me? Oh
Yeah.
my God. It was like he was. I said, bro, is you printing this money?
Right. So let me ask you this. So at that point, you guys are y'all signed to No Limit at this point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure y'all got the infamous No Limit chains. You know
Oh
what I
man.
mean? You still
Yeah.
got yours, as a matter of fact. I seen you post something on. You still got the Rolex.
I got the
And
Rolly.
you
I
got
got the chain. I got my
I
tank.
think you might be the only ones. It might be a few more that might still have, but I know you still have yours. That's
Yes.
dope. When I seen that, I was like, wow.
Yes. I still have it, man. And let me tell you about that. So we give him Pushing Aside You, right? And he
Mhm.
gives us all this money, not really knowing what this record is gonna do.
Right.
We sold 4 million copies in 3 weeks
What?
of Pushing Aside You. That record took off, man. It got on about his soundtrack, right?
Yeah, I
Then it
remember
started
that.
to it warranted that it needed to be a single, so it started selling on its own. P called me and said, "Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all done outsold me." He said, "I'm finna fly the whole record company to Bahamas, and we gonna celebrate y'all success, and I'm gonna take y'all to the BRE. I'm gonna get y'all tanks, and yeah, and it's going to give y'all plaques, and it's gonna be a wonderful thing." So he flew everybody out there, and now the one thing about Pete, man, I love him to death, but he's very uh particular about certain things he does. You're not gonna find P at a club. You're not gonna find him at you ain't gonna find him doing no weird stuff. So he didn't even now it was Babyface. It was at the time R. Kelly. It was all these other superstars, right?
Mm-hmm.
P didn't even want to party with them. We rented our
Really?
own boat.
What?
We had our own boat, and you could hear and you could see the people lining up on the beach, man. All these stars watching us, and you could hear them playing all No Limit music, right?
That dude P a goat, man.
You a fool, man. I was like, "Oh, you savage, baby." He said,
Yeah.
"Man, that's how we do it, man. Yeah, we superstars. They want to be us." And I'm like, and then,
Wow.
man, so he started elevating our mind, man. Like,
yeah, I was gonna ask you that too, man, because it seemed like you picked up so many gems
yeah,
from your run. You know what I
I
mean?
did.
Like, and
I
you're
did.
one of the ones I've never seen. I've watched every interview that you've ever done, and I've
Wow.
never once ever heard you say anything bad about P. And I've watched a lot of the No Limit, other cats, and all that. Everybody had a whole bunch of stuff to say. P ain't right, this, that, and the other, and all that. But you never.
Bruh, bruh, let me tell you where I'm from. I'm from Richmond, California. Everybody aspires to be something big where I'm from. And
Mhm.
it's so hard, and only few of us actually get it. So for that man to give me what he gave me, but he knew I had great music now. But now, mind you, these other people threw us to the left. P
Mhm.
knew what he had, and a home. That was just that done it for me. Like it wasn't even $100,000. The home. I was a homeowner 30 years ago, 35 years ago. I own a home in Sherman Oaks. Sherman Oaks is so snooty, they don't even want to be part of Beverly Hills.
Mm.
And P bought 4 homes for us and put it in our names
Wait a
right
minute.
then and
So
there.
P-ball homes for all of y'all.
All of us. Rico, Josh, Greg, and Dez. We all had brand new Mercedes, brand new houses, fully furnished. But the beauty of it, it was all in our name. P said, I don't live in there. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all come back and see me on your next album.
What?
That dude is beautiful, man. I don't care what he is now or whatever people got to say. I am set up to this day inadvertently because of Master P. And I knew what to do with my money, because the housing market blew up. Like I say, we bought the houses for like 230,000. I sold my house for 800 and some odd thousand, built me a house in Baton Rouge and bought a gang of property. Man, I don't be worried about, man, I love Master P. I don't give a, hey, if he ever go broke, I'll give him my bedroom, my master bedroom.
I know that's right. Let me what at that time, what did that feel like? Because like I say, you were with the label at the time
Yeah,
where it was the number one, the hottest label in the game. You were there when everybody was there. I'm talking
man.
about where you couldn't go nowhere without hearing No Limit. You know what I'm saying? Tell me
Bro,
about that experience of being around so much talent all at one time like that.
it was phenomenal, man. Like C Murder. Hilarious. Him and P is the same person, man.
Really?
Just C was just a little edgy, but meticulous in business. C Murder was so business. Oh man, he was very very meticulous. When he recorded with you, he got your name, how much he owed you at the end of the night. He got with your publishing information, and they
Really?
took care of. Oh man, C Murder was phenomenal. Silk, man, me and Silk became very close. Silk and my younger brother was real close when they lived in Richmond.
Mm.
So, so it was only obvious me and Silk with me. Whatever you saw Silk, you saw me. Like I would always hang out with him and Maya, and
Right.
and I started to do we remember that song Thug Like Me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Wait a minute.
produced
Oh,
it.
whoa. You say him and Maya?
Him and Maya. Yeah, you smart. Don't let that smooth past you.
I'm not gonna. I can't let you run past nothing. Now, come on. Come on now.
We was hanging, man. Like, and I'm talking stars, man. I would see him on the plane. I remember seeing the Wayans brothers, and they was just like, "Man, tell us about Master P, man." Like,
Really?
man, I'm telling you, man, these superstars was geeking, dog. Like, tell us about P, man. Tell us what y'all do. Let me tell you about a story, man. One time, Jay Z, I met him at the Hotel Nico,
Right.
and Jay Z had me call P and wanted to hook up a deal with him.
What?
Man, hey, P was, bruh. That I mean, he was powerful. He was so powerful. Watch this, man. One time I was at the hotel. I mean, I was at the airport, and I was in Houston, and this white guy looked. He saw my chain. He said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Rico with Sons of Funk." He said, "Pushing aside you," and I said, "Yeah, that's me." He said, "I got the hookup." I said, "Yeah, that's me." He said, "Okay, you don't belong out here. You got to come with me." So he took me in the back. Man, don't you know they be eating lobsters and shrimp and champagne?
No, man.
Oh man, they got this store where the stars hang out or whatever, you know. And he said, "Oh no, don't you ever hang out there. You belong back here."
What?
That was it, because all the work P did, but now P worked like a dog, bruh. You hear me? That
Mm.
same work ethic that we did then, I got now. You know, and RJ be like, "Pop, you slave me." I said, "Baby, well, trust me. What I got going on right now with you, you're gonna thank me later. You're gonna be a mega star
Right,
because this is how mega stars do it."
right. You know, it's funny that you say that because it's like, talk to me about how was everybody able to work? You had so much talent over there, all of y'all over there together. You got one of the best production teams in the game.
Yeah,
How was everybody able to work?
man, it was like a assembly line. It was a brotherhood. It was a sisterhood. No animosity, no nothing. So now a Fiend's album came out around the same time ours did.
Hmm.
And I was listening to Fiend's album, right? And I said, "Fiend, you got a good album, but you don't have a radio hit. I'm finna write you a radio hit right now."
Right.
And that was Feel My Pain.
No, you wrote Feel My Pain?
I wrote Feel My Pain in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Me and Josh, I heard the guitar part. Josh heard the little piano part. We put the drums on. And I was like, "I need you to talk about feeling my pain." And then P was like, "Yeah, feel my pain. Feel my pain." You know how P do.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And then the Fiend got into it, man. And within 3 minutes, let's say at the end of 1 hour, he had a hit record. That was his first single off his record.
Right.
And it went phenomenal. And so everybody pitched in. It wasn't no holding back. It was like, and P made sure he got on your record. He wasn't like, "I'm too big to whatever."
Yeah.
Oh no, man. I got a quick story I want to tell you about this brother, man. How dope he is. So, we doing uh what's the big record he or make us say and all that stuff was on. What is that? Ghetto D. We
Yeah.
doing
Oh, that
we doing
album, that was just like,
that's a grandmaster right there, right? That's the
man.
grandmaster.
Yeah.
So we doing Ghetto D. And I'm recording P, right? And I'm doing
Mhm.
some song, and I'm like, "P, that ain't it. That ain't it."
You
So
told
he said,
Peter?
"Man, but let me tell you how dope he is, man." He said, "Rick, I'm gonna tell you what, baby. We gonna stay in here to the next 5 weeks if you want to, till you get my part right, till I get this right in your ears. Because
Oh.
if you willing to tell me that ain't it, you really got my best interest at heart."
Mm.
And this a
The
multi-millionaire, bro.
mogul.
You know what I'm saying? So he humbled himself, and as soon as he said it, he boom, he did it. I said, "That's it. That's what I was looking for, right there." He said, "Thank you," because I was getting hungry.
Right.
but
Right.
but that just shows you the beauty of him and the mentality of, I want to get the best so I can sell the best. And
Right.
that's what it was all about, man. We all pitching in, nobody tripping. C Murder get on your record. Mia X get on your record. And they'll just walk in from just coming in visit, right? And they like, uh, 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 Mia, come get on this part real quick. Okay, done. He was like kids around the candy shop.
Right. Right.
That's all it was, man. Just and living a great life, living a life that people aspire. Sometimes it takes people 35 years to live the life we lived 30 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. And see, that's the thing, because it's crazy, because I'm real good friends with Fino. You real good
Yeah,
friends with Fino. We
I'm
found that
very
out.
great friends with
And
Fino.
I interviewed Fino, and Fino said the same exact thing that you said. He said when he met P, P gave him $10,000 that same
Yeah,
night.
yeah. Like it
The
was no
Rolex,
thing.
he gave
Nothing. Nothing.
he took care of his people. So that's the confusion part that comes in to me, because why do we have the ones that's slandering Master P?
You got people who talked about God and Jesus.
Mm.
You got somebody who was sitting at a table with him who betrayed him. I'm not comparing Peter to Christ, man, but I'm
Right.
saying that's the kind of people, and I'm not knocking the people that was on our label, but that's how human nature is. You can do the world for somebody and it ain't enough.
Facts.
You feel me? I knew what to do. My parents taught me, Rico, when you get a house, you don't take no money out on your house. You kind of lazy. You don't really like to work for nobody. You just really want to do music. So don't take no money out on it. And if you do, you want to go buy you some more real estate.
Mm.
And that's what I did. And that's how I became successful. Then I started getting into the stock market. I started knowing about stock options, where the money is man, is exponential.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, man. And all praises to God first. And thank you, Lord, for Master P. Whatever you put in that man that he saw living in the South,
Mm.
coming to California and having a whole different mindset than the rest of them little cats I was around. And keep in mind, I was around Tupac. I was around In Vogue. I was around Tony. But it took a dude from the bowels of the Calio
Mm-hmm.
to help me, man. I'm choked up now thinking about it, bro. Like, for real.
Man, that's
Real talk, man.
you know the thing that, because I'm telling you, like, Master P, when you think about it, like, Master P has never fallen off, man, and he has put so many different people in position. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
Yeah,
has showed people things that they have probably wouldn't have never seen before in their lives.
in their complete life, baby. Ever. And you got nerve to talk about this man. That man, he's still a man. He put on his pants every morning just like you. Go and whatever you was able to acquire when you was with him, turn that into something positive for yourself. You be smart now, because he can't just keep giving you money. That man got kids. That man got bills. That man got everything that everybody else on this planet Earth got. But I seen him buy 40 black men and women houses in their name. This ain't no lie. Ask all the people that sold houses around that time in Baton Rouge. They'll tell you P bought so many damn houses, he damn near owned Baton Rouge.
Wow. Put people in apartments. I
Man,
heard this story where P went and bought how many
12
12
Camaros.
from Jerry Lane.
My ex-father-in-law was a finance guy over the whole thing. He told me, his name was Tony Motown, right? He said he called the bank and he said, "Oh, that's his petty cash." I promise to God, though, that dude, and look, so he walks on the lot, right? They tell me the story. They say Pete walked on the lot and wasn't nobody really helping him, you know? And
Yeah.
he said, what y'all, he's telling him, Pete, he get a little edgy sometimes. what y'all say, bro? Like y'all don't want to sell no cars? So some dude stepped up, he said, man, what you looking for? He said, man, I want 12 of them. Wait, what? What'd you just say? Give me 12 of them.
Bruh. So
the Colonel.
we always, and you never really heard any stories about now, you know, I'm pretty sure that you guys went out to the parties, but P did he kind of educate you guys on as far as, you know, the industry and you know, because the industry got its weird side too, you know, you and I both know that. But I never really heard anything about you getting caught up in any type of, you know, these parties and different things like that or whatever. Talk to me about, you know, maybe some experiences that, you know, you may have seen or and strayed away from.
Well, okay, first I'm gonna tell you this. Pete, he was notorious for saying, I don't want y'all at them clubs and in them parties, because if something happened, I'm not coming to get you. I'm forewarning y'all right now that y'all targets.
Right.
Y'all are you big targets. They want to get me. They ain't getting me. But if y'all stupid enough to go out there and let them get you, then you're on your own. I'm telling you what I'm not gonna do. But when I got to Hollywood, right? I had a buddy named Fuzzy, and rest in peace. And he was with this other guy. And I don't want to. Okay, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I don't want to say his name because he's very prominent in the music industry right now as we speak. He's like a big wig. And they invited me to this party, man. And I guess they call themselves grooming me because I had this, you know, I'm cool. I'm from California. I had this certain swag that fit that bill. And it was truly, I don't know if it was Illuminati. I don't know what it was, but I damn sure was there. And it was Sodom Gomorrah. You hear me? It was women with women, men with men. They was gambling. They was drugs. And your boy, what's his name? What's his name with the perm, the comedian?
We're talking about Cat Williams.
Cat Williams was there. Now, this is before Cat Williams blew up. Cat Williams talks about this dude in one of his comedy sketches, and I know he's not lying. I was right there. I didn't know who Cat Williams was at the time because he hadn't blown up yet.
Right.
But he was damn sure at that party. You hear me?
Wow.
And I ran up on the dude and was like say for his name was Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, what is wrong with you kissing this man? Is you crazy?
So hold on. Rico.
You know, I tell you, I'm from Richmond.
So Cat Williams went up to the dudes kissing and told him that?
Yeah, me and Cat did. What is wrong with you? Yeah, look at him, man. Look at him, man. He's crazy, man.
No. So at that moment, what were you? Because I know you like, because I mean you from, man. Come on, man. Like you know, like what were you thinking?
I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
These were two known dudes, or this just was some regular
man. Dudes? You see these cats on TV damn near every day. They in syndication right now.
Damn.
I seen it myself. I could not believe it. And it was more there. And I told my homeboy and the very prominent dude, I said, look, man, I hang with a dude that we got millions and he from the street. We don't get down like this, bruh. And I'm scared to know what he would even would do if he found I was here, man. Like they used to call me freaky. Freaky, bro, you don't bring your ass up out of there. Man, you don't know what them people gonna do, no. You don't know them. Come on, man. Come on.
So these parties do, so that's not a myth. These parties do exist.
Can't know.
How do you, I've heard myths of like once you reach a certain status financially, like once you hit that go beyond that 10 million club, that they're coming knocking on your door?
They want to come see you. They. I heard when we did the show in Houston was the first time they approached P.
Oh,
Now
wait a minute. They
that came
actually
from
HP?
yeah, that came from one of the bodyguards, Pokey, Big Pokey. I don't
Big
know if you
Poker?
know Big
Yeah, I
Pokey.
know Big Poker.
Big Pokey will tell you about it. Big Pokey came to my room and said, Rico, do not leave your room until I come get you. And I was like, shit, I was about to go to sleep anyway. He just performed. I took a shower. You know, I don't. After Pete told me he wasn't coming to get us,
Right. Yeah, you playing it all the way safe. Yeah, I ain't about to
I'm
mess my
cool.
opportunity up.
I ain't going nowhere. He
Right.
just paid us. You know, I got my pocket fat again. I'm like, man, I ain't tripping. But that's when he told me years later that's when Illuminati had approached Pete.
Mm.
And I said,
And
I
I always
remember.
noticed because P always was like P ain't really he ain't really rock with none of the
No,
the big people, man. Like, you know, like the
no,
puffies and the
nah,
he ain't really rock with them like that.
nah. I remember we were shooting Mystical's video Tarantula and Puffy
Mhm.
calling P. He was like, hey man, what you want, man? You know I'm busy, bro. Like, what you want, man? Why is you trying to, he was like joking him, like playing with him,
Yeah,
like, he was like, yeah, but nah, you not gonna see P hanging out with nobody. He hang out with his sons, his kids, his daughters, or whatever. You know, he hangs with the little sports dudes every now and again, because he's a basketball player. He
right.
hangs with them, but for the most part, man, P is a loner, and P hangs out with Boz,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. You know. But I was at that party, dog, and I'm telling you, Cat.
Hey man, why is you kissing that man? Wow. Right, that's that, but I like the fact that with reaching that type of level of success, how did your hometown receive you, man? Like, was it a proud moment? Or
It
was it like,
was, but it was weird at the same time. Let me tell you. Remember, I told you it was five of us, and it was Ricky J, rest in peace. When P gave us that money, it went to his head. He had five women pregnant. He was pimping. He was doing all kind of stuff, man. But he was a good dude, but he just had this wicked side to him. And he tried to get some drugs or something, they say, for one of his girls. And this dude killed him right there in our hometown, man. And
wow?
it was. And then P was like, "Look, I could buy y'all some houses out there, but them people will kill y'all if they see y'all in these bands, y'all driving up to these houses. Y'all ain't what y'all. Y'all is so far beyond that now. Y'all sons of funk. Y'all superstars. So we bought houses in Sherman Oaks, and I'm talking about, man, I go to the store and see Lisa Ray. I would be laughing at your boy, what's old boy Pops, Bang Bang Bang. I see him all the
Yeah,
time. I see him all the time. I was hanging out, man. Shit, pianist, man. I was hanging out with what's the dude who played the guitar part for Beat It?
what's that guy's name? Didn't he do some stuff with Prince too?
No,
You're not
he
talking
might
about
have
him.
mixed it. I see his name. Eddie Van Halen. Man, I'm at Eddie Van Halen house,
Really?
man. Eddie Van Halen. I'm hanging out with him. And
Wow.
man, play that part, man. He started laughing. He started, because, I play too. So
Right.
I'm playing some funk for him. He's like, hey, you're funky. I was like, hey, but you tight too, bro. You played Beat It, bro. You are legendary.
Yeah. Yeah.
And see, that's the people P had put us around, man. So our mindset was you couldn't tear us down, dog. Like what you gonna tell me? I mean, I wasn't
Right.
arrogant or whatever, but P put us right. I could just go on for days, man, about the greatness of what this guy did for our psyche and who we
Right.
were.
Right, because he's always educating, and I think that that was another thing that was always dope about P, man. He always educated, you know what I'm saying, and gave those gems up. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this, you know, why why would we never really seen Cash Money and No Limit collaborate and do some amazing things together, man? I always wanted to see that or see them guys work together or whatever. You know, like what was the
Now, yeah, can you hear me?
yeah, you sound kind of your audio sound a little off a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Well, you have two alpha males, super alpha males. Now, it was odd because in No Limit there was a gang of alpha males, but then P was a super alpha male. You feel me? Baby is a super alpha male. They not gonna work good in a room together. Because one, they gonna always try to outdo each other. They would never get no work done, bickering all the time. Somebody gotta be the chief.
I see what you're saying.
You feel me? And it wasn't like, and oddly enough, man, I believe if you go back further, they probably related because V90 is Lil Wayne's first cousin.
Really?
V90 was our head of security.
Right.
Soulja Slim was part of Cash Money. We intertwined with them a lot. But,
oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We had some of theirs, they had some of ours. But that super alpha ego, them two birds couldn't fly in that room together at all. And somebody had to bring the flock together. And ain't no way a flock could have got together with them two.
Really?
No, not at all. And not that they hated each other. It's just, it is what it was at that time. You know what I mean? I think they can do something now. Because, matter of fact, I just heard that Baby and P just got together and is going to start doing some music together.
Really? Come on, man.
See how age and wisdom kicks in? See,
right.
They was young. And another thing people got to remember, man, P was young. P wasn't he was only 28 years old.
What?
P was only 28 years old when all that was going on, man. He was a little dude. He wasn't like no old cat. He was just so mature. He was so damn tall. People just thought he was, just an older dude. Nah, he was 28. I know he was, because I'm a couple of years older than him. And I was just 29. He might have been 27 when we signed, and I was 29. And when we got to Hollywood, I was 30. I was maybe just turning 30.
Wow.
He was a young dude, man. So all that ego and young testosterone in the same room, that wouldn't go work. No.
Right. Now, I gotta ask you, like, when it comes down to the end of the run, talk to me about the end of No Limit.
Yeah,
audio, I don't know why your audio is
it's bad. Can you hear me now?
No, it's like it's. I can hear you though, but it's just like it ain't as pure as it was. But don't we good?
Okay, all right, because I can hear you perfectly clear. So, P, we just talked about this last night in another interview. P, he started not focusing on the music, and he wanted to be in basketball. He wanted to have a sports agency. He had a sex talk line. He had about 11 gas stations. P had about 50 rental properties. P had bought. Do you know this big movie house that we got over here called Celtic?
Yeah, Celtic. Yeah. Absolutely. That matter of fact, that was supposed to be, and I don't know why it never happened, because the whole city was so excited because P built that. That was supposed to be the No Limit compound.
I
remember that.
Yes,
and that was around the time. That was when Snoop was here. I'm talking about who else was there? Yeah, Snoop was here. E40 was here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like the city was on fire at this point.
We couldn't do no wrong. We had a gold tank that was encased in glass over there. P had built all those apartments that's right over there. And then P started when I saw P wrestling. That's when I knew.
I remember that. I was lost at that moment. I was like, come on, man, P really?
P, bro, he tagged Silk to go in the ring. I hollered and I was like, that's the end of us, though, because ain't nobody gonna believe we no gangster nothing.
Right.
With the WWE, I don't know how much money they paid him, because they had to pay him a hefty fee or whatever it was. And then I guess he was just into it, like, man, again, you got to remember, he still was a very young guy. And he, some of the mistakes he did, he probably wouldn't do now. That was it,
Right.
He had a chance. Hey, watch this. P had a chance to be the biggest person ever in music history. P actually had a chance to sign and be a part of Jay-Z's Rockefeller, and he had a chance to own and be a part of Cash Money.
Really?
Yeah. Trust me, he did.
Wow. And what ended up happening with that though? Why that never manifested?
Because Pete, like I say, Jay-Z is a super alpha. Them two birds ain't gonna fly in the same room together. Baby, super alpha. Them three dudes, man. You never see Baby and Jay-Z together, do you?
Working. No, you never don't. No.
And you won't.
And do you think that's the reason? So that kind of explains a little bit why Jay-Z and Dame, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they had to split. They was just too big. Their egos, especially Dame, it just got out of control. I met Dame at the Hotel Nico. That's when he told me that Jay-Z wanted to hook up with Pete, and that's when I had called Pete. There's another part of that story I'm gonna choose not to tell y'all.
Yeah.
Just tell you, Pete's a cold little dude.
Wow, man.
He didn't care who you was, but if you was on No Limit, he had nothing but love for you. Oh, he was gonna give you his heart. But if you wasn't,
And another thing I didn't really quite understand. I didn't really understand, like, because it seemed like Beats by the Pound, KL and them started having some issues.
Yeah, they did. And where it was, I don't know. And what people don't know too is Sons of Funk, we were part of Beats by the Pound.
Exactly. I knew that.
Yeah, and we produced
a lot of records.
Yes, a lot of records, a lot. So we were honorary members of Beats by the Pound, and like me and Moby Dick, it's like this. Like I love that dude to death. You remind me of Moby Dick, man. I don't know if anybody ever told you that.
I've been told that before.
Yeah, you remind me a lot.
Moby and
first cousin.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
P's first cousin, man, and he's a beautiful, beautiful soul, man. That dude is something else. They're very, very intellectual. Like P is on some other stuff too, man. Well, that time we was doing that show in Houston, I remember we was riding a bus, and I remember P started singing this old Negro spiritual I had never ever heard in my life, man. And the man was started singing from his heart, and I was like, first of all, I never even knew you could sing. Second, bro, like, dang, y'all on something else, man. That's when I realized the guys y'all out here in the South, y'all was introduced to a lot of culture that a lot of brothers wasn't introduced to in California, and I'm just so pleasured to have to live here and meet so many wonderful people like yourself, Kano, and so many talented. Oh my God, it's some of the most talented people I ever met in my life right here in Baton Rouge. I got a buddy named Brandon, who I never even knew about people who had perfect pitch. See what you just said? He could tell you what key you just said that in.
Really?
Yeah, he said, but the bad part of it, he can't turn it off.
Oh, he can't turn it off.
No.
He always hitting you with it.
It's always, he say he see notes dancing in his head.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, some talented cats out here, man.
You know, I gotta ask you, man. Like, what is the, because after having that much success, and at the highest level,
Mhm.
you know, like you said, you're not hurting for no money, man. Like, you
No,
done well with your bread that you earned on your run, and
indeed.
made great investments, but you're still inspired to still keep going. You
Yeah,
know, Sons of Funk is still going.
yeah.
What inspired you to just continue on with Sons of Funk? Do you own the name? Was it a battle behind the name Sons of Funk?
No, never a battle. The members of Sons of Funk we still gonna do Sons of Funk. Like Dez, if he need a record and he come out as Sons of Funk, he can do it. We like the Wu-Tang Clan.
Mhm.
And what inspired me to keep going, I met one of the most talented, one of the most phenomenal young men in my entire life. I love him like my own son, and that's RJ. Holy
My
moly.
guy.
Woo.
That's my
I get
guy.
tears thinking about how dope that boy is.
That's my
Ooh,
guy.
you talk about dope. That man can sing. And when I tell you, like I say, in my heart, there's only a few people who can sing a song extremely good or make it a hit.
Right.
He has that gift, man. And when I first met him, I said, "Hey, man, anybody ever tell you you sing everything from your heart? Everything that
Mhm.
he sings from his heart. I don't know where he learned it from or whatever, but I'm so pleasure to have him in the Sons of Funk, and that gave me the new inspiration.
To continue to go.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. We've covered so much.
yeah,
Chapter one. Chapter
yeah.
one. I gotta ask you this too. COVID, COVID hit. Um, I know moving around, you've been so accustomed to being able to have that physical interaction, that physical fan engagement, that being able to physically promote. You come
Yeah.
from that space, and now we're in the streaming era and social media and all of this stuff or whatever. Then COVID hits. Um, tell me a little bit how that may have how it affected you personally, and how it may have affected the brand to the point to where you had to make some adjustments in order to keep the brand going.
That's a great question. How it affect me personally is just it was heartbreaking seeing people that I know pass away from this virus that nobody know where the hell it came
I
from.
know,
Is it man made? We don't know.
right?
You see my eyes,
You
don't
know,
you?
I'm with you.
Okay. Uh, and but did it stop us? No. Let me tell you, RJ, RJ was like, Pop, see you old. Let me show you. Let me show you how to do it. So we had been writing all these songs, right? He said, Pop, we got to drop these songs. You can't hold on to them. What you holding on to them for? I'm
Hmm.
like, damn, he right. And little did I know, it started picking up the algorithm in the Spotify's algorithm in Facebook, algorithm in YouTube, because we had started dropping so much material. And
Hmm.
then they got this channel called the No Limit Germany fan club, right?
Hmm.
Now it says Germany, but it's really a lot of people in the United States, like and over there too abroad. And we dropped one song called Bus. And that
My
song,
joint right there, dog.
bro.
That's my joint right there.
Yes, indeed. And it went viral.
What?
I mean, RJ said, Pop, this is about the, he could tell by the numbers that happened so quick that it was going viral. 500, we was at 500. Now we at a million. Now we at 1,000,005. We had 1,000,005 right now, and that only happened like 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but he taught me just keep dropping, and then all of a sudden, all these people are starting to listen to, excuse me, all the previous drops, right? Which was
Right.
only like 2 or 3 weeks ago, because we was dropping every week. We was dropping something new,
Mm-hmm.
new videos, new this, new that, and so it hasn't affected me.
Wow.
See that young thing that kicked
Right. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, just seeing it still alive, with that name being
Yeah,
so strong, from all the work that have been put in over the years, and to see it reinvented, and to
yeah,
be accepted for the fans to,
yeah,
sometimes, a lot of people, they don't like too many change ups when they get accustomed to the original members and stuff like that. Sometimes it don't always be that same love, people kind
right,
of shun upon it or whatever, you know what I mean? You kind of
right,
lucky if you can pull it off, you know
right.
what I mean? But
Mhm.
from a group standpoint, and coming from so much experience with being in the group, what would you say is the biggest downfall to groups?
The very first one is not everybody in your group is going to write songs, but what you should do always is split the publishing evenly. I learned that from Ohio players. Man, them dudes, they were so smart. I watched this thing on them, and they split the publishing even. Didn't make a difference if you wrote the song, if you was even there or whatever. Split it evenly. That way, nobody can look at you side eye. You living better than this person, and so on and so forth. Because that person had to be there for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and their mechanic in that group could be listening to for the hits, saying, okay, that one's gonna be a hit, that one ain't. This, whatever it is, that person's there for a reason, and you need that person. So just split the money evenly, and you will always win. And once you don't do that, that's the downfall.
Mm. You're right.
And,
You're
you
right
know,
about that.
and
You're
know
right
and
about that.
know your role. RJ is the lead singer. I sing every now and again, but I ain't gotta. He a young man.
Man, you
Don't
look
hop
like you be
around.
having so much fun. Every time I see you in the videos, man, it's like you be having a blast,
I'll
man.
be having,
I be like, look at Rico. Rico having fun, man. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
be,
The video shoots and all that. And it's like, I just think that it's so dope, though, that you are putting people in position, and carrying all that experience, and all the knowledge that you've obtained from your No Limit run, and from having that personal relationship with P, and
yeah,
because one would be, I'm the lead person or whatever, but I just thought that was really, really big, that you
yeah.
actually playing back, and seeing that talent, and being able to acknowledge that talent, and be like, no, you the one.
You the one, baby. Oh, he the one. He the golden child.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
then his uncle, Josh, he the
Mhm.
other member, original member. We know what we got to do, and we talk to him. We tell him, look, baby, like this a pitfall. If you do this, it's gonna happen. We are gonna get what I call to the rare air. We will get to that level of the Michael Jackson, the Prince. But this is the things you can't do once we get there. Uh,
Ah.
I learned this from P. You can't be at the club. Now RJ ain't no club type guy anyway. You ain't gonna see him, and he ain't into that. He wants to be in the studio creating, or on the stage getting down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that was something that P always, you can't, you can't be out there like that.
Can't be out there. It's a business. Be a businessman. You don't see, real businessmen. You ain't gonna see Ted Turner. You ain't gonna see what's the dude the Apple the head guys. You're
Job,
not gonna see the Jobs. Well, whoever Wozniak, the rest of them, and the other one who they think created the COVID. What his name?
what the guy name, what his
Yeah,
name
he just got a divorce from his wife. I don't know why. He got spent billions and billions. Anyway, him.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, him.
Don't
You're
see
not
them.
seeing it. You ain't seeing them at no club. You ain't gonna see them at club rags. You ain't gonna see them.
No, you're not.
You ain't
You're
gonna
not.
see them there, man. They at home enjoying life and creating.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Man, listen, you already know I could talk to you forever.
Right. Okay.
Seriously, like you know what I mean? Like I say,
Indeed.
chapter 1, you know what I mean? We got a lot more things to do, man. I
Yeah.
have to before we get out of here, I always let's do some shout outs too before you got anybody you want to shout out, get some shouts out to the group, fans,
Yeah.
staff, family. Let's give people their flowers.
Man, I want to give a shout out to Josh, Zotronic, RJ, Tasha, Franklin, let's see, and her whole family. Man, it's some of the most beautiful people you ever want to meet when you meet some real family out here in Baton Rouge. They accept me like, their own son,
Right.
and you, Kano, thank God for you.
My
Because
God.
we finna do, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Do more,
yeah,
more
you
business
already know what
together.
we about to do.
Okay. Oh, love.
It's up.
And just man, just a shout out to the world in California and Baton Rouge and New Orleans, and just I love y'all.
Right.
Let's go do some more history together.
Yes, indeed. All them Sons of Funk fans for so many years,
Yeah,
man. It's a total blessing. And for
yeah.
anybody that it's been some tough times, man, this last year and a half, man. It's just been rough. For anybody that may have lost a loved one,
Mm.
low in spirit, feeling low in spirit, or going through any tough times right now from a mental space, can you give
Mm.
them some words of uplift and encouragement?
Yeah, just know that the storms that come never stay. I never seen a storm that didn't pass.
Mm,
And just know that God has his benevolent plan to make everything all right. Um, we just finished a song called No Depression, and I was just on Facebook, and I was giving my testimony, and it just the spirit of God just took over me, man. The tears just started to fall out my face, and I was just really just telling him God is real, because I went through a little depression thing. My mom had passed. I went through a bad divorce, so I was in this really bad place, man. And one day God just came to me, and He said, "I'm going to touch you now, my son, and no more sad days, nothing but great days ahead of you, and know that it's gonna change for the better,
right,
always, always. So look for the better, and that's what I want to tell people because that's a great question. Be it that it's COVID, and a lot of people are in depression right now.
right.
They don't know where their life is going or what's going to happen. You know, so
Absolutely, man.
God
And
bless.
I know you got a lot of amazing things coming up. Um, anything we need to plug in right fast? Let's go ahead on and plug them up, and let's give them those social media handles and ways that people can actually get in touch with you and keep up with the things that you have going on.
Okay, it's Rico Sons of Funk. I also want to say what's up to RFC Fresh Records. That's our new record company. Ray Caviano, Boogie, Les Jones, and we finna go to the top, man. You got Richie underscore Rich Sons of Funk and Zotronic. I think his is under. I'm not for sure, but if y'all want to, just hit Rico Sons of Funk. That's easy enough. And
Yeah,
then and then they can always hit me on my Sky pager.
absolutely. Not the sky page, huh, Reek? And look, let's also too, we got music streaming on all platforms right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We got Bus right now on the Vibe Show 97.9. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and request that and run that joint up, and
Mm.
make sure that y'all look up Sons of Funk, man, and go and run those numbers up. Run those streams up, streaming on.
Yeah.
They got music and videos out right now, streaming on all platforms, and just dropped a new single.
Yeah, that's sexy incredible, baby.
Yeah, and
That's
with
gonna go
video,
bananas.
I won't miss another video.
Okay,
You know what
no,
I'm saying?
you gonna gotta come get in it,
You
man.
already know. You know, I'm not gonna have my cameo, man. That video was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? I
Thank
like how you showed the behind the scenes, how it all came together. But seeing the after, I didn't see the after effect being like that though.
Yeah.
It looked phenomenal. I was
Thank
just like,
you, man.
because I was trying to figure out, I was like, okay, well, they setting up. I'm like, I'm just trying to see where they're going with it. And then I seen the after effect, and I'm like, yo.
But did you check out the nuance of we had every woman as sexy
Everybody,
incredible?
that's what I'm saying. That was so genius. I was like,
Thank
yo,
you.
y'all pay homage to all the women, different sizes,
Yes.
they all hit the runway. I just
Yes,
thought it was
sir.
genius, Rick. Like, you know what I'm
Thank
saying? Like, come on, man.
You something else, man. You sure you ain't a lawyer? FBI, you pay attention a little too close.
Hey, listen, man, when you a fan, when you're really an organic fan,
Yeah.
Your vision is different, man. And when you
wow.
people and you really appreciate, you know, all of the years and all of the work that was put in, man, all of the time, you really blessed us with a lot, my brother. You know what I mean? And like I say, giving you your flowers while you here.
Wow,
I just that's really, really important, man. So, you know, again, I'm very, very grateful and humble just to be able to talk with you. And I feel like we have met in somewhere in this lifetime, you know what I mean? So now we are connected for a reason. And I'm just grateful, my brother. And I really, really am, man. And I'm super proud of everything that you guys have accomplished and the things that you are doing and the doors that you are opening for people, man. I just, you know, you pray and continue that path of work that you're putting in, because you're blessing a lot of people, my brother. So I definitely gotta give you your flowers for that,
Rick. Thank you.
My God, man.
Thank you.
Forget when you talk to Fino, I know you're gonna talk to him.
Oh, I'm finna call him.
you call him tonight, man. I just did an interview with Kano, man. Watch him go crazy. But what?
Yeah, I'm finna
call me.
I'm finna call him right. That's
absolutely. Rick, man, listen, I love you.
I love you too, brother.
For me, the Vibe team, Vibe Promotions, we want to wish you more blessings and more success with everything that you're doing right now and everything that you are going to be doing in the future, my brother. We love you, man. Continue.
I love y'all.
We want to before we get out of here too, Rick, let me shout out a couple of people, man, that they pulled up, they hung out with us the whole time. Shout out to Mr. Lawton TV. Shout out to the Decipher channel. Shout out to Vibe Show Casper. Shout out to Miyaki. Shout out to, see what else we got on here. We had a lot of people on here. A lot of people jump. Shout out to the GOAT, OG AB Butler. That's Chris Laddie's cousin.
Okay.
And shout out to Linda Jensen. Man, look, and everybody else that was on that jumped off or whatever, man, look, we appreciate any of your time. Thank you for showing my special guest so much love. Also, if you guys are not following the Vibe Show 97.9, shame on you. You're on here right now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, man, and get tapped in to the Vibe Show 97.9 official YouTube channel. Also, log on to the official Vibe Show radio station website, man. Y'all go check us out. We are playing music 24/7. You want to hear that Sons of Funk? Go over there right now, man, and request it. Request button and run it up. That's www.thevibeshow979.net. That way you can keep up with all of the latest updates of what we have coming on. Also, make sure while you're doing it, go ahead and go and download that Vibe Show 97.9 mobile app. Yes, we are in the mobile store. You can download that mobile app and stay tapped in right there on your mobile device. Listen, man, y'all make sure that y'all follow my guy Rico, Sons of Funk, right now. Y'all go and follow him, run it up, show that support. Y'all make sure that y'all go get that music streaming on all platforms right now. Rico, love you, man. I'm gonna hit you up.
You too, brother.
Y'all already
you got my number. It's talk.
We locked in now.
Yeah, and we right around the corner from each other. You better come over here.
I thought coming, man. You already know. It's the
what you want. Hey, what you want to eat?
Hey, look, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up when we get off air.
Okay, all right.
Because I know you be throwing down. I already know it already. You know, I know. Shout out to everybody. Y'all make sure that y'all be safe, man. Thank y'all so much for vibing out with us. Be safe, not sorry. Y'all make sure y'all take care of yourself. Mask up. It is real out there. It's the Vibe Show 97.9 with my special guest, the one and only legend, OG, GOAT in the game, Rico, Sons of Funk. It's the Vibe. We are.